Hi, and welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach and author of Food Truck 101, Beginner to Winner. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business. Today I'm going to be talking about 8 steps that will help you to get going in your food truck business, and these actually are steps that you should be doing all throughout your food truck journey. Even after you've been open a year or 2 years, you're still going to be doing these things. The very first thing is research. You start with your county, your city, and your state. You want to find out everything pertaining to all the food regulations, all the vending regulations, safety, taxes, anything to do with business you've got to find out. You're going to be talking to your health department, the fire marshal. You're going to be talking to local officials about peddling rules or vending laws. You're going to talk to the Department of Revenue, especially when it comes to collecting sales tax. You're going to talk to the city and county business offices. You may even contact the Small Business Administration. The idea is that you're learning how to do business within your state and within your area. You're also finding out all the cost for all of these different licenses and certifications you're going to need. But this goes on as long as you're in business. Your responsibility is to stay knowledgeable as rules change, as regulations change. And in case you didn't know, the federal government redoes the food code model, the FDA food code model, every 4 years. So 2021, we should be having a new model come out. Usually it comes out in October, November. The code is almost always duplicates the old one with just a handful of changes. But you have to be aware of those changes and be able to adapt when they make the rule changes. The next step is going to be talking about your menu. If you're just starting out, you're looking at what's missing from the local food scene, and then what would you be proud to serve that's also within your current abilities, or what can you learn how to cook. Then you want to write your recipes, compute your cost, and price your menu. That's all on the beginning stages. The person that's already in business is still going to be doing those things. You're always looking for the new fad, the new trend, what's coming up, what are people really gravitating towards, and then figure out a way to get that on your menu. You can have a limited time only special, just rotate it in, collect all the money when people are really trending and really just wanting that particular product, and then get rid of it when it's not as favorable as it used to be. You want to update your recipes all the time as far as costing, to make sure that your food cost is staying in line with what you originally projected it to be. So you're always working on your menu, you're always working on your food cost. Then the next step for a beginner would be to start to shop for supplies as well as services. And it's the same deal with an existing food truck. You got to find all the food for your recipes, you got to find all the supplies, the paper supplies, the cleaning supplies, all those kind of things. And you should always be shopping for the best price. Where can I get the best deal on any of these products? You're going to be also looking at services like a commissary, like legal help, accounting help, somebody to do your payroll, an insurance agent, repairman, the health department. All of those folks are resources to help you get good at your business, and some of those you have to pay for, like getting an accountant or a bookkeeper or getting an attorney to help you set up certain things. As far as your business goes, I always recommend you find expert help from your area. It's great to go to a Facebook group or a forum and ask generalized questions, but when it comes to getting specific information that's actionable for your situation, you need to talk in person to an attorney, to an accountant, to the insurance agent, to the repairman, and ask them specifics about your area and about what you need as a business. And you'll always be doing that, always shopping for a better deal on repair rates. You're always going to be looking for insurance. Every year, when your new policy comes up, you should start that cycle of shopping. Where can I find the best deal? If you've ever worked for a corporation, you know every year they have you refill out insurance paper for health insurance. And you got to select a new type of program that they've gone with. It's not because they're trying to update all your information. It's because the company has shopped around to find the best premiums so that they can get the good deals for not only you, but for them as well. So you got to understand, once you pick a service, always be looking for the better deal every single year that you're in operation. The next thing that you're going to work on as a new person is, where will you set up? You got to have some place to go to actually have a business. And you got some choices. You can set up at a daily location, like in front of a hardware store, an auto parts store, the Dollar Tree, Dollar General, any of those places where there's high traffic counts. You can set up and make some money. Or you might decide to only do big events like state fairs and county fairs and big festivals, and that's good too. You can only do those and have a nice, comfortable living. Or you could drive a route, or you could move daily and set up in one place, move to another location in your city the next day. You could do those kind of things like a ice cream truck and just drive a route. You could also opt to do just catering and then private corporate gigs. Any combination of those things will help you to make the maximum amount of money, but you got to understand that each of them have a place for certain vendors. For example, if you're going to set up daily, that gets you a client base, a customer base, a guest base that's going to be loyal, that's going to come back and get used to you being there day after day after day, which is good. You need loyalty. Loyalty equals security. You may not make as much money as you would like, but at least you're secure knowing that you're going to hit a certain amount each day because people have become accustomed to you. If you're going to do big events, you've got to hit a home run every time you're doing a big event and then use that money to carry you through till the next big event. But the idea, in my mind, the most successful you're going to be is have a daily location where you've got security, and then your profitability comes from the big events, the big catering, so the private gigs where you're making several $1,000s off of a few hours. You've always got to be looking for those, whether you're brand new or you've been in business 3 or 4 or 5 years. You've always got to be looking, how can I make more money in a location? How can I serve more people at an event? How can I get more events more frequently? You're always looking for the next best place for you to set up. Equipment. If you're brand new, equipment, you're going to be thinking about, are you going to do a tent, a truck, a cart, a trailer? If you need to start small and work your way up, then go for it. You want to shop affordable quality refrigeration, cooking, holding, dry storage, cleaning, all the pots and pans. You want to be frugal, you want to be smart, and you want to be patient. At this point is where you have, if you're new, you're going to make that commitment. I'm going to buy, again, the truck, the trailer, the tent, whatever you want. Now you're committed. Everything up to this point is just gathering information. And you've gathered enough information to know whether you can make this business work or not. If you're already in business, the equipment stage for you is maintaining the equipment, making sure that it stays in good repair. And it's also knowing when to trade up to something that's going to cook faster, to cook better. For example, if you are using a 30-pound fryer, you may want to move up to a 50-pound fryer to where you can generate more food coming out of that single fryer per hour so you can increase your sales. So equipment is something that's always growing as well. So whether you're brand new and you're just pricing it or you've been in business a few years, you're still looking at equipment and you're still dealing with equipment. If you're brand new, you're going to be doing a business plan next. A business plan is where you're going to take all of the sum of everything you've been doing to this point and putting it on paper. You're going to do the financial part. You're going to do the written narrative part, and that includes like the elevator pitch. An elevator pitch is just a 1 or 2 sentence paragraph that tells people in a nutshell what your business is going to be. You're going to talk about the team and the organization of your business, the business structure, what your market research has shown. You're going to talk about product testing. You're going to share your marketing plan and your financial projections. That's as a brand new business. If you are already in operation 2, 3, 4, 5 years down, you still have to have a business plan. The business plan is your roadmap so that you know what's going to be coming up next, what you're going to be doing next, and you're always tweaking that plan. Businesses that do a business plan are far more successful, but they also tweak those plans usually every 6 months. That way they've got a window of opportunity to where they can get their sales figures closer to their projection. Because if you project $1 million, it doesn't mean you're going to do it. You have to have the steps built into that plan on how you're going to get to $1 million. But if you decide that you're going to do, let's say again, $1 million, 6 months in, if you're not about the 500,000 mark, you need to tweak that plan because all you're doing is spinning your wheels and going to end up being frustrated at the end of the year because you didn't hit your goal. So if you're at, say, 250,000, you're a long way away from $1 million. So let's readjust that plan, get it into reality, and then make that plan work. Hit the plan, hit the numbers. And how you're going to hit those numbers is in marketing. You're going to set up and use your social media. You're going to commit to doing this the very second you decide, I am going to do a food truck. And you write that check to get one on order or get a used one, set up that social media, get people excited about you. So you're going to do all over your social media during your permitting stages. In some states, it takes a couple of weeks to get permitted. In some states, it takes a little bit longer. You're not going to let that time go to waste. You're going to build up your social media. You're going to tweak your recipes. You're going to get everything ready. So as soon as the health department says, yes, you can open, you open and you hit the ground running. You're going to do in-person visits with your marketing. You're going to talk to every business in the area we're going to be setting up. You're going to ask if you can put up posters in their break rooms. You're going to pass out discount cards. You're going to introduce yourself. Invite people to come see you whenever you know for sure you're going to be open. You may want to print paper menus to leave around. You may want to have coupons that you can get to people, VIP cards. Come see me. Let's get you a big discount, that type of thing. Have business cards ready so that you can leave those when you go to visit people. Then you want to think about your attention getters like flags and signs and banners and lights. All those kind of things is part of your marketing. And you need to have all that stuff prepared and lined up and know how you're going to let people know you exist. You have to let people know you exist. And this is from a brand new business standpoint to somebody who's been in business 5 years. Marketing never ends. You constantly are marketing because a certain portion of your guest base is simply just going to stop visiting you because they'll be like the dog who sees a squirrel and runs off after the squirrel. They'll go see another new food truck. They move out of the area. They may just actually die. So you always have to be bringing in new people to replace the ones that no longer come to your business for whatever reason it is. Marketing never ends. And ideally, marketing creates so much business that you have to think about a bigger trailer or a second trailer or some other way to accommodate all the people that want your food. That's when you know you've got a good marketing program, is when you're busier than you can actually handle. And I'm not saying because you're a poor operator. I'm saying you're busier than your food, cooking capacity, or your service capacity. Then the last step is to find a coach or a mentor or an accountability partner, somebody that's going to help hold your feet to the fire and help you move through the difficult times, because you're going to have them. Whether you're just getting open or you've been open 3, 4, 5 years, you're going to have challenges come up that you need the advice of someone that's on the outside looking in and say, hey, how about you try this? You want to find that kind of person who knows the business that can help you when you get stuck on something. A generic business coach is all well and good until you ask them something about, well, how can I lower my food cost? How can I figure out why I'm missing product? A generic business coach will have zero clue because they've not experienced those things. Handling a perishable inventory is not a skill most people have. Handling an inventory that can just be eaten is not a skill most business managers have. So they can't help when you ask those kind of questions. They can't help you with speed of service. How can we get faster at this? What's the workflow? Because they don't have the experience handling, again, a perishable product, a product that has a hold time, because somebody that's not in the business thinks you can cook a burger at 8 in the morning and it'll still be good at 12 at night. And we all know that's not the case. So my suggestion is you find a coach, you find a mentor, you find an accountability partner from the industry. Share your goals with them and allow them to give you that motivation when you need it and allow them to kick you in the pants when you need it. That's going to help you to reach your goals faster and take that 2, 3, 4, 5 year food truck and turn it into either your retirement or a fleet of food trucks. If you guys are enjoying the podcast, please consider hitting the support button or follow the links in the description and offering a show of support. Every little bit does help keep us going. If you love being around like-minded, supportive, positive people, check out our Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. There you're going to find a ton of information. You're going to find a ton of inspiration. You're going to find a group of awesome people willing to help you get your food truck journey started. Thank you guys so much for listening. I certainly hope you are finding all the information useful for your food truck business. Y'all have a great day. Come back next week and I'll have a whole nother series of topics for you.